Scanning ahead. Found them.
Spike down mid.
Bring them down. Bring them down. Bring them down. Take hold.
There, take them!
Bow and arrow is old-fashioned, but sometimes old
We found one. I'll find you.
Marked 5.
I'll find you. Bring them down. They're blind. We'll catch them. Take hold. We'll catch them. We'll catch them. Take hold. Take hold. We'll catch them. Take hold. Take hold. We'll catch them. We'll catch them. Take hold. Take hold. We'll catch them.
There, take them!
We'll catch them. Take hold. We'll catch them. Take hold. We'll catch them. We'll catch them. Take hold.
There, take them!
Bring them down.
We found one.
Bring them down.
They're blind with They're blind with fear.
Bring them down.
They're blind.
Bring them down.
We found one.
Bring them down.
We found one. We found one.
Bring them down.
We found one.
Bring them down.
They're blind with fear.
Bring them down.
They're blind with fear. Thirty seconds left. Last player standing.
We'll catch them. Take hold. Take hold. We'll catch them. Take hold. We'll catch them. We'll catch them. Take hold. We'll catch them.
Last round before the switch.
Save nothing.
Anyone need something? Can I get a drop?
Try not to die. Decline.
There, take them! 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 There, take them!
Take hold. Bring them down. Bring them down.
They're blind with fear.
Where are you?
Marked 5.
Where are you? I'll find you. Where are you?
Marked 5.
I'll find you.
Marked 5.
Where are you?
Marked 5.
Where are you?
Marked 5.
Nightmare, take them! Where are you?
Marked
I'll find you. I'll find you.
Marked 5.
Nightmare, take them!
Unleash your inner pro with Professor. See the game like never before. Get all the info on
World Grand Final pre-show, coming to you live from the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California. I'm here on the gold carpet in Victoria, and my duo for today, my buddy, is Doug. How you feeling about this crowd? There's so many people here.
I mean, it's freaking incredible. Every time I think we've like reached the pinnacle of Valorant fanhood, they just blow it out of the water. There are people all over the place. The weather's gorgeous, the vibes are electric, and honestly, this is the place to be.
Absolutely, and today we got the biggest names in Valorant, in music, in gaming. They're all here, and we've got this fan fest in front of us, and the biggest little homie I've ever seen, or little bro, right in front of us.
I mean, he's how tall? That's gotta be what, like 20 feet?
It's a lot taller than us, which I guess is not a hard feat. But this is all leading up to the best of 5 grand final between Singapore's Paper X and America's Evil Geniuses.
Which I think is in some ways, such a surprising final. I think a lot of people had Fnatic in the grand final, maybe up against Paper X or EG or something like that. But for those two teams to be the last one standing at the end of such a grueling month is just so much fun to watch.
Absolutely. These players have worked so hard, and it's so incredible, you know, where these teams have first started. They started off as the underdog teams, and now we've got these two in our grand finals. Now, we're going to kick this all off here at the gold carpet. We're going to do a reveal of our players of the year. So these superstars dominated their international leagues and gave us some of the year's most memorable moments.
I don't know how you whittle this down and pick a player. It's outrageous. There are so many candidates you can think of from every single region that go, yeah, you probably deserve that award. You deserve that award. So I'm really excited to see who walks out with these awards.
There was a really big panel to vote on all this, but we're going to kick it off with the very first here, America's Player of the Year. It's none other than Loud's Aspas. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Aspas. What's up?
Aspas, welcome to the show. Listen, it's an honor to be able to present this award to you. I've had the privilege of casting so many of your matches and so many of your moments. I would love to get your thoughts on what does this moment mean to you, knowing this is the very first time we've ever handed out an award, for it to go to you. How special is that?
This is incredible for me. I'm so happy that I could achieve this year. I hope I can keep improving and getting better, so next year I can get like an achievement like this, and this is like insane for me.
Yeah, it's incredible. And you know, you have so many fans out here today. Do you have any message for any of them?
Yeah, thank you so much for all the love, and thank you for the support. I'm so happy that I have this, and this like makes me play better. So I hope that next year you guys can keep supporting me, and thank you so much.
Last question before we let you go. You had an outrageous tournament, but I need to know, given the two teams that are left standing, what are your predictions? Who do you got?
I think PRX is winning because they came from the uppers, so they have 2 bans and the map pick, so I think they will get over the 2 best maps from EG and pick their best map, so maybe 3-1 PRX.
Again, congratulations. Here's the award. Very well deserved, Aspas.
Show it to the camera. Up next, we also want to present an award to Fnatic's Alfear and Paper X is something. They are also players of the year for their respective regions, so congratulations to them. Now we're going to go on a really quick break, and we have more big names coming up right after this. Welcome back, everyone. We're joined now by Fnatic's Boaster, our EMEA controller and IGL of the Year, and Coach Minnie, who won EMEA's Coach of the Year. Guys, congrats again. Minnie, what do you do on the morning to prepare before a game?
Me?
Yeah, like what? How do you
Honestly,
hype up your
we
team?
usually do preparation the night before, and then on game day it's just chill. Like everyone just gets to do what they want. It's not a lot, to be quite honest with you.
You keep it pretty free-flowing and easy. And Boaster, I have to ask, you faced off both of these teams who are in the grand finals today. Who do you think is going to bring that X factor in?
I'm hoping Paper X. You know, like I do like the EG boys, but Paper X has got my son on it. It's Jing's last game. Like I have to root for them. Divine stuff, super nice. Yeah.
I mean, the storylines are just too good. Last question, then I'll let you guys go. What do you guys make of the vibes out here right now?
It's kind of crazy. Like I'm not the celebrity here, clearly, but like they're going wild for him. You know, it's kind of crazy.
It's just a bunch of people come to see some people sitting in their pants playing video games. In my opinion, yeah.
Well, if you would do me a favor, make sure this gets into Alfier's hands. No, I would take it personally if I were you.
Alfia won MVP of the year at EMEA.
Do you think it's well deserved?
I think so too. Yeah,
Yeah?
I think he's very good. He's got work to do for next year though. Back to the grind.
Well, fellas, thank you so much for joining us. We're actually going to throw it to Bren and Sideshow, who are standing by with just a little bit more chaos.
What's up, Brendan Sideshow here, seeing what the people are up to at the Fan Fest, specifically at the specifically at the Red Bull Run the Racks. People are out here playing ball. It's a beautiful day.
A lot of ball.
Bren, I want to challenge you. I want to find you an opponent out here. I don't want to play ball, but I want to see you get humiliated by one of the fans, which is one of my greatest passions in life. I'd like you to pick an opponent out of the crowd, and then we're gonna see if you can beat them.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna slip behind the curtains as well of production and not pretend like I've picked out a person already. But I'm going with you, Brian. I want to compete against you, bro. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm feeling good about this. Listen, you haven't warmed up, right? You haven't warmed up? Okay, neither am I. This is gonna be good. Okay, I don't know. Do you want me to take my mic?
Give me your microphone. You need to be able to. You need to be able to go properly.
All right, we got Bryn right now. Bryn. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it, Bryn.
I mean, I'm hanging out. Oh, that is a terrible air ball. An unbelievable air ball.
Go, Brian. All right.
So, Chris, Brian's been playing a little bit. How good is he?
He played it all of high school, so he's pretty good with the shot.
Okay, all right. He's been playing all throughout high school. Bren, I don't think has ever played by the look of him on the ball.
He doesn't look that bad. He's making his shots. He's throwing it pretty nicely.
You're a lot kinder than I would be, I think. Have you been enjoying your time here?
Yeah, I'm having a great time. The vibes are immaculate right now.
Let's go and catch up to them.
All right, y'all, make some noise, make some noise. Who's it gonna be? Bryn or Dang?
Oh, another air ball. We'll see whether Brian's able to land it. Oh, very close, very close. Final rack, we'll move around. We'll bump in on somebody else's videoing as well. From the corner. I have not been keeping up with the scores either. I have no idea. That's a tragedy. Well, an absolute pleasure. Was that whiffs all around? Was that whiffs all around?
Whiffs all around. I didn't get a warm up. We both didn't get to warm up.
That was a fat goose egg from both of us at the entirety of that time.
But everyone's had fun, and that's what the Fan Fest is about. We'll send things back over to Victoria.
Hope you're having fun over there, Brent and Sideshow. But now I'm back with Tarek. Tarek, you've been to all the champions. Like, how are you feeling about being here in LA?
Oh, the atmosphere is so energetic. The fans here are so just passionate about the game. I think this has got to be up for contention for one of the best crowds in Valorant. These guys are killing it.
All right, there are very serious allegations out against you right now that I feel like we need to address. Okay. In fact, it's currently out on a sign right now that it says, I'll read verbatim, Tarek eats corn the long way. Discuss.
Yeah, you know, I saw that sign and I was really hoping you wouldn't bring it up, but now that you did.
Sorry, bro.
No comment.
Last question and then we'll let you go, bro. Predictions, who you got?
You know, my heart is obviously with EG, but surprisingly enough, my brain is as well. I think I got EG winning it, but I love Paper X, and I'll be happy no matter what, because I think it's going to be a great turnout, and it's going to be a new winner, so it's a nice side to it all.
I think we can all agree with that. Thank you so much, Tarek. We're going to go on a quick break. Don't go away. We've got a lot more people to talk to. You may have seen our next guest on TikTok or maybe the Don't Watch Valorant Champions video. It's Yolinda. Hi. Okay, you worked with Baby No Money on that shoot. I'm sure there are probably some funny stories from this.
Yeah, he's so funny. Oh my gosh. He actually was dancing so hard, he actually pulled something. But yeah, and then, you know, but the shots look good and just happy that everything, he's fine now, I think. Hopefully.
Yeah, I respect that so much. The fact that he just goes hard at everything he does is outrageously admirable. I want to get your thoughts on the vibes. I want to get your thoughts on the crowd, on the energy that's gone on. What have you thought, given that you're relatively new to the community and you've been welcomed with open arms? What has this been like for you?
Oh my gosh, everyone's been really nice, which is really cool because, like, you know, when you go into something new, you're kind of like, oh, is everyone gonna be okay with me? I'm just so new. But everyone's been so, like, awesome and just, like, so supportive, so that's really awesome. Yeah.
And one last question. You know, you were talking about being like the Vietnamese representation here. There's actually one more Vietnamese player here. He's from Bleed Esports, crazy guy. Vietnamese player. First time we're going to see him in the Valorant Pro Circuit because they were the Ascension winners. How do you feel about that?
That's awesome. You know, go Vietnam, go Vietnamese people. That's my people. I need support. Wherever he is, I will give him a high five.
All right, crazy guys, she's gonna be looking for you.
Looking for the other Vietnamese person here.
All right, we are gonna go over to Brendan's Sideshow. I think they're getting a little bit of a manicure, so over to them.
We're here at a nail wrap booth at the Fan Fest, and I would never turn down an opportunity to pretty up my co-caster. I made him grow a mustache for a reason. He's getting his lovely nails done this entire time. which I've roped him into. You look fabulous. You look fantastic.
Well, I mean, I publicly humiliated you by making you miss a bunch of three-pointers.
Yeah, I mean, just massive whiffs all over the place.
The thing is, though, I'm looking divine. I've got to say.
Great.
So there's a bunch of different packs that you can choose from with different designs. Harbor, Killjoy, Raze, Neon, etc. Oh, not Neon. I think I made that up. I think it's Yoru. And then I've gone for Raze. I think the Raze design looks great. I've got a boombot on my thumb. I'm chilling.
Might be seeing some Raze gameplay a little bit later today at the grand finals.
Might be seeing some Yoru gameplay. Might be seeing all sorts of things.
Yeah, we don't actually know. We don't actually know. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous actually as well. I don't really have nails. I can't really do this. Yeah, but maybe we can swap out.
I mean, yeah, I got to be honest with you. I don't have that many nails myself, but this is perfect because it hides what would usually be not the prettiest hands in the world, but now they've become the prettiest hands in the world.
Of course. Well, the FanFest has been amazing so far. I mean, listen, it's just a celebration of all things Valorant. The nail apps, I mean, you saw me whiffing a basketball earlier as well. There's all sorts going on.
I want to try and get an interview with Little Bro later on.
Little Bro, the wingman.
There's a big wingman. There's a little wingman.
I don't know where he's gone.
Things.
Little Bro's missing, but there's a big statue of him over there. We could probably check that out at some point. But
yeah, we could.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun so far, and yeah, just a massive celebration of Valorant. But we'll send it back to the golden carpet. That's it from us.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now, making us return to the gold carpet, it's Team Heretics Mixwell. Welcome. Now, I have to ask, they've announced Masters 2024. It's going to be in Spain next year. How do you feel about that?
It's so hyped that it's in my own country. I feel like we have a huge viewership in Spain, so I feel like we will sell out everything. I'm going to do my best to try to help, and I'm really hyped. And it's at the best time of the year as well. It's not very hot, not very cold, so if you're coming over, it's the perfect time.
All right, when we're coming over, we're going to hang with Mixwell.
Yeah, I mean, the Spanish fans are some of the most passionate, really, across anything, right? Regardless of what it is, it's outrageously awesome. Very quickly, before I let you go, I need predictions. Who you got? Fast.
I think Paper X is going to win. I think I'm rooting for them as well. I want Jing to win because he's leaving after this. So I'm rooting for Paper X.
Thank you so much, dude. It was so good to have you. This has been a lot of fun, but we're going to throw it to a quick break. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back. And now with me, we've got a Sova main, but he wants to be known as actually a guy who can sing really well. Average Jonas and Jen, welcome guys back to the golden carpet once more. How are you feeling? You know, this is not your first.
Yeah, I was in Istanbul. The vibe was great. It was just as warm as here. I mean, it's very cold and chilly, guys.
That's what the jacket's for, right?
Yeah, that's what the jacket for, to like cover from the cold weather. The vibe's amazing. The FanFest is so cool. There's so much stuff to do here. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
I want to get your guys' thoughts on this because you know we've been hanging out in LA for a little while. You've gone to all of the pop-up events, all right? You may have missed one, or maybe you hit all of them. Which one was your favorite out of everything we've done all month?
The first one. I loved like seeing him shoot the dart IRL. And and the big wingman everywhere. I love that so much.
Wait, were the lineups as good in person?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say I'm quite a dart connoisseur, so yeah, it was really good. Yeah, I did not miss all my shots. Not at all, guys. No.
Okay, I have to ask, with Paper Rex playing, I don't know if you've noticed, they never really play Sova. How do you feel about that? Is that the thing that's missing?
I mean, it's really hard for me because Jason and Jing are like my sons, but I also really don't like that they don't play Sova that much. But it's okay. I love them very much, and they're gonna win today. So yeah, it's gonna be great.
Jen, I know you've been here for a little while now. Specifically, the Fan Fest. I mean, there are people. It's just masses of bodies everywhere you look. What has been the coolest thing that you've seen here at Fan Fest so far? Sorry, we trolled you a little bit.
Just the sheer amount of people that are out here like supporting Valorant, and everybody's been so kind and welcoming, and like the vibes here are so warm, electric.
Yeah, warm.
There we go. Very warm.
In
Yeah.
Ludwig's words, electric.
Everyone's been so amazing.
Do you have any favorite moments so far in the stadium? Because you were with us for a couple of the games over during the TikTok Live. I know, we're just gonna keep this.
I think, let me see, favorite moments. Oh, it's so hard. There's been so many. I don't know. It's just, you know what? Actually, the staring contest was hilarious.
Yeah. Dude, we saw them. Sean and I were doing a meet and greet earlier, and he was standing in line with his sign. He goes, "Can we get a picture?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he's just, it was perfect.
All right, thank you guys so much. We're gonna go back to Brend and Sideshow. We got so much more for you guys coming up next.
Well, we're joined here at a mausoleum, a monument, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, but it's Wingman, his little bro. The man's like 20 feet tall.
He's very tall.
It's awesome. There's fans everywhere. You can go up, you can queue up, you can get a picture, get whatever else you want. And
there was a little bro, like a little bro as well, but he ran away while we were trying to take a picture with him.
I think they were changing a person in a suit.
Oh,
because it's too hot.
Don't spoil things.
Sorry,
it's not a person in a suit.
Sorry.
It's little bro.
But it's awesome anyway. I mean, you can come out here, you can get a picture taken as well. You can queue up for it.
It's kind of cool how they got him chained up though.
chained up.
He's got chains and big pillars that he's attached to.
That. Yeah. Okay. Well,
but it's very sick. There's places at the back as well that people are getting their hair dyed. I'm seeing people with green gecko hair all over the place.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome. Maybe we'll be checking out some more 7 Fan Fest as well sometime soon, possibly. Don't know. There's lots of stuff to do here. But until then, we're going to go to a short break on the other side of things. Don't worry about it. There's plenty more stuff left to see.
And welcome back, and with us today, I mean, you've seen her at the desk. Welcome, Mel. How's everything been going so far? How are all the games been?
It's been great. The energy here in LA at the Kia Forum has been amazing to be a part of, and I'm excited to watch the games today.
Now, you've had the really cool privilege of being on the analyst desk. You've also made some co-stream appearances. What do you prefer? Be honest with me. What is more fun? What do you like more?
Yeah, I'll be honest, right? Don't kill me. But I like being in the audience. I love the energy, just feeling, watching the games, honestly.
I mean, the vibes have been so good all event. I get it. I don't blame you.
Now, I'm sure you mentioned a bit at the desk, but officially right now on the gold carpet, what are your predictions?
Ooh, you know what? I want EG to win. I want EG to win. I can see it, but Paper Rex is coming in with that last dance form, so it could be either way, but I do want EG to win.
So is this like your heart is saying one thing and your head is saying something else, or what's going on here?
That is exactly. You've described my struggle very well.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's so good to see you. Best of luck to you for the rest of the year.
Yeah, thank you. You guys have a great time as well.
Yeah, we'll see you.
We've got a little something else teed up and ready to go. We actually have Leo, Faria, and John Needham, who are going to be joining us right now. Fellas, please come join us. Come on through. Leo's still getting touch up. We got to give him a second. You guys come on over.
Thank you so much, Mel.
You join us right here. So good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Merry Valorant Christmas.
I mean, it is the best day of the year, is it not?
Yeah, it's great.
All right, well, I have some questions for you guys. Leo, you recently announced a 2024 calendar for the VCT season, including Premier to Pro pipeline and China as the official 4th region. So personally, there's so much going on. What are you most excited about for 2024?
Oh, there's so much to be excited. Look, we're bringing our events to new locations we've never been before. We're going to Shanghai first. We're going to China. We're launching VCT China as our 4th league. We're making a bunch of changes in the season to make it feel more progressive and that we're growing as we go into the calendar. So there's a lot to be excited about. More teams in each one of these leagues, the Ascended team. So yeah, a lot to be excited about.
And I have to say the Valorant community is definitely super appreciative of all the changes that you guys have been doing and hearing all of the requests. So I think 2024 is going to be a good year.
It's going to be a great year.
Oh, it's going to be a banger. John, I want to get your thoughts on this because you've had the privilege of overseeing multiple esports throughout your career, even within Riot's ecosystem. What is it about Valorant that has maybe enamored you most?
Yeah, I mean, it's the audience. You know, very young audience, very diverse audience, and it's just been awesome having them at these events and all the energy that they bring. It's been killer, so.
Well, thank you so much, gentlemen. There's so much we're going to be seeing inside of the stadium. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting to see what's going to be happening for the opening show. Do you have any last thoughts about that before we go in?
Yeah. Look, this is a very special day for all of us. We've been working for over a year on this show. In a lot of ways, this is our big moment. We feel so validated to have all of these fans here, to be in this such iconic, amazing venue. And yeah, I mean, the ceremony is going to be incredible. It's our best yet. I cannot wait for fans to see it.
John, do you have any thoughts on the opening ceremony before we let you go?
Yeah, I saw the dress rehearsal just like 30 minutes ago. It is going to be off the hook. It's going to be really amazing. So super excited to get in there and get this show going.
Awesome, fellas. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to let you all go enjoy the opening ceremony and the show. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the grand finals of Valorant Champions. We are still in the pre-show. I'm your host Yingsu and I'm joined by Mimi, Seth and Sean. Yes guys, it's the final day. It has all come down to this. Mimi, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see who's going to be taking home the trophy.
It's going to be so cool. We've already seen so many teams make their way through. We started with 16, and I don't think anyone would have expected it to come down to this. EG versus PaperX. No matter what happens today, we're going to have a team lifting their very first global trophy in the biggest event of the year.
Yeah, I mean, even from the moment that we got into the top 8, then down to the top 4, it was just like every single moment we got through the tournament, it was like the storylines just get better and better and better. And as we got into that top 4, we're like, oh God, the stage is set. No matter what the result is, it's going to be absolutely incredible. But this is, I think, probably one of the best things that we could have asked for. A rematch of that upper final, a best of 5 once again between PaperX and EG to see who is going to be the better team in the long run.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think we have the golden matchup of this tournament, right? The innovation coming out of PaperX, and then you have EG on this Cinderella run still from the middle of the VCT Americas season. And I couldn't think of a better matchup. The home crowd is here, definitely going to root on EG, just like what we saw yesterday. And PaperX, they got that 2-ban advantage, but I think this is going to be a really fire series.
Yeah, let's take a look at the bracket real quick, because as you guys mentioned, we came here with 16 of the world's best teams, and we're down to just 2. But not only the bracket, because Sean, almost every single game here at playoffs has been so close. We're having 2-1s, we're pushing all the way to a map 5 as well. It's going to be a really, really fun time today.
I can't remember a Valorant tournament quite like this. This playoff bracket was absurd. But look at all the 2-1s you're seeing, the 3-2 in the lower finals. 6 out of the last 7 series went the distance map-wise. The level of competition right now has absolutely peaked compared to what we've seen in the past. And that's why I'm so confident this one's going to go the distance too.
Yeah, and we've already seen some of the world's best eliminated. Loud went out of the tournament, the reigning champions are gone. Fnatic, the team who already won 2 trophies this year, eliminated as well. All these games have been so close. They've all come down to the wire, but there's a reason that it's these 2 teams left.
Yeah, it is indeed. But let's talk about these 2 teams. They both had a long, long year. And EG, they had to start from the bottom. Not many people thought they were going to make an international tournament, let alone 2 maybe grand finals in a row.
We need to go all the way back to the beginning for this team. This was the squad that people were making fun of. Did they know they're in partnership? Are they going to make a roster move? No one believed in them. You see this tweet from Ethan. We've lost 100+ important games in his 7-year career. He always just had the tragedy of letting it slip away. That's when they thought they were out of playoffs. They thought they were going to get grouped in Americas. Then MIBR comes out. Chosen knifes 100 Thieves in a massive upset. They make it to the playoffs by a miracle. Go all the way to Tokyo and win every single upset to go to the finals. This team has now gone from nobodies that no one believed in to a squad that are one of the best in the world, that have made it to back-to-back global finals.
And what you said is exactly what Boostio said in the post-game interview yesterday, right? They were nobodies coming into this year. They didn't even have the same roster. They made a roster change early on in the season. And then coming into Tokyo, they almost didn't even have Demon 1. He got his passport like 2 days before the event even started. This has been the most insane Cinderella story I've ever seen.
Yeah, and on the other side, Seth, we're going to talk about PaperX. I think there was something in the air, something changed when something was brought into this roster, and the rest is history.
I mean, a little bit of a soft start that first matchup that he did play because it was against DRX. He was still finding his footing, finding the groove with the rest of the team, but everything since there has just been just pure bliss for their squad. Obviously, that upsetting moment, finding out that he wasn't going to be able to get his visa to be able to go over to Japan. He was the one who had to miss out while Demon 1 got to attend, got to get into that grand final. PaperX still were able to give them a run for their money, but it all kicked off with that big best of 5, that reverse sweep, the first one that we saw in the main VCT circuit against CRX in Pacific, getting that trophy under their belt, then having to play with CGRS over in Tokyo and still exceeding our expectations. Now with something, obviously the eyes were coming back onto the squad. We knew what they were capable of with a sub. We said with this guy, they are just a powerhouse squad. They have to be respected, and they have proven that every single step of the way, and that's why they find themselves here as the winning team moving into the grand finals. They have that draft advantage because of how powerful powerful they are as a 5-man unit.
Yeah, it's absurd. You mentioned the Tokyo run they went on without something even in the roster. I don't think people understand how dominant of a player this guy is. He was the #1 statistical player in his region, and they still got 3rd place at an international event without him, and could have very well made the finals, actually. They really gave EG a run for their money. And here today, having something in their roster, they have one of the most stacked rosters I have ever seen. We always joke about who's the in-game leader on this roster. It's because, honestly, they are all-star fraggers. They could all do it. They could all take over the game.
And these teams have such a paralleled story as well. Beyond just being the Cinderellas of Tokyo coming out here, it's also these 2 squads that they started the season so poorly. Both of them were disappointing people to start off. They make a super controversial roster move. They both drop a popular player in Benkai or in BCJ. They make the choice that the community did not want, but they end up sticking to the roster, staying dedicated, and pushing all the way to this position in the last game of the year here at Champions.
Yes, the consistency, right, that we're seeing in both of these almost super teams. I think it's pretty fair to call them this. And but the thing
finalists,
is, yeah,
yes.
I mean, they're here for a reason. But this is going to be a rematch. They've gone up against each other many times at this point in a best-of-3. We saw it in a best-of-5 as well. Where is this going to go for you guys? Which team, like you said, with a parallel story from the beginning of the year, where they didn't look good, which team is going to finish this year with a trophy, with the biggest trophy?
That's a very hard question, Insu. I'm not gonna, even with the double map ban advantage, I think EG has a real puncher's chance. This isn't like the Tokyo finals, right, where Fnatic was so strong across all the maps and heavy favorites. I think here today versus PRX, a lot of their strengths are on the same maps as EG. The one exception being Fracture, which they'll likely be able to get rid of. I think we're going the distance today. I honestly feel like this is a 5-map series because these 2 teams are so close.
Yeah, I mean, both times it did go to the distance. It was that 5-map set over in Tokyo into the 2-1 victory here for PaperX to get themselves into that grand finals, auto-seeded forward. So I'm right there with you as far as thinking that this is going to be neck and neck. And, you know, I would love to come out and really confidently say, I think this is going to be PRX that got this one in the back.
dead.
A gift.
They are so dead.
Out of charges. Out of charges. That works. No one else could do this?
They are so dead.
That's not ready. That's a good spot. A gift. That works. That's a good spot. A gift. That works. That's a good spot. I have the spike. Spike planted. They are so dead!
Back, they learn so much. But when you have players like the ones here on EG, as we can see them on our screens, that can pull off the most ridiculous clutches just out of their rears from nowhere, time and time again, you never know if they're going to be able to get the edge there. Because EG, Calm especially, I mean, right now, I think he's got like a 33% clutch rate within the top 8. It's insane.
Crazy. They have 26 clutches.
Yeah, there's so many incredible clutch players in the server from both of these teams, honestly. But for me, my perception of how well EG can do in this match changed even since the last time they played in the upper final. There it was something like 11-4 up. EG let things slip a little bit, and Paper X ended up the first team into this final. But then EG go down to lower finals, stomp Loud on 2 maps, and it almost slips away from them, but then they show this mental resilience. They rally at the last second, and they make it here. So I think EG has proved that resiliency. Paper X has proved it too, and I totally agree. I think we should get 5 maps today.
Absolutely. I think Paper X has really impressed me across all of the maps. Their innovation, the things they bring to the table are different than any other team I have ever seen in Valorant. But the resilience EG showed against Loud to win that map 5, Loud were ready to brawl on that map, and rarely do you see a North American team ready to take the fight in a map 5 like that and not shell up, not look scared. EG's players, they play with this level of fearlessness that Potter has instilled in them. And the similar thing about these teams is they both play for fun. So I don't think they'll get scared today.
This is the thing though, who's more fun? Who's realistically going to have more fun up there? Because they both said it, they're like, we're just here
Probably
to have
whoever's
fun.
winning.
It was EG for a little bit, and then Paper X took the fun right out of their sails. I mean, you talk about that mental resiliency, but you also have to really factor that into Paper X because they are the first squad to pull off that reverse sweep. They were down in the dirt versus DRX in that Pacific final. It wasn't looking good for them. It looked like it was going to be yet another DRX 3-0 blowout in a final over in Korea, and then they just managed to rally it back. They crushed them on Lotus. That one a little bit more unsurprising, but it was the follow-up maps that looked so very good for them. So they have what it takes.
Yeah, the crazy thing is you go back and you watch their vlogs. Paper X YouTube, kind of banger, I'm not gonna lie. There's so many good content pieces on there, but the finals, when they're giving those pep talks in the back room, all of those players knew they were going to win that series when they were down 0-2. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. They were so confident, like just one map at a time, we got this. You know, next map's Ascent, we got this map, we got this map. They're always confident. And that's the same thing I saw in EG yesterday.
Yeah, and as well, I think you see that parallel with Evil Geniuses too, because we heard from Potter that it was in that final map. It was her and Ethan that were talking to the team, like, hey, we've let this slip, but this is just a moment. Put it all out there, have fun, take the risks that win us games. And I think both of them have such incredible coaches and experienced leaders, even amongst all the young, new players to this global stage, that make them great in moments like this where the pressure's on.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how they're going to handle what's going to happen today. But for now, I'm going to send this back to Victoria and Doug. They got a special guest with them.
Thank you so much, Jinsu. What's it like in there? What are the vibes at the desk right now?
Is there water down here, y'all?
All right, thank you so much. We'll catch up with you later. We're standing by here with Shaz from G2 out on the golden carpet. Bro, what do you make of the vibes? What do you make of the scene right now?
Oh, it's incredible. First Valorant event in America, and it's just indescribable. There's so many people. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you've been here since the beginning. You know, you were on the winning team when you were back with Sentinels, and you've seen it grow over the years. Like, what do you make of all of this, and how much has grown?
Everything's scaled like exponentially. It's just gotten bigger. The fans, the teams, the scene itself, the competitive, like the high skill teams. It's insane. It's fun to watch.
And I have to ask, you know, I'm sure you watch Paper X. You even played with them, and they have a no IGL style. It's kind of like multiple shout calls here. What do you make of that?
I think it's an exciting way to play. You know, you have 5 brains on a team. You want to utilize all of them in a way. I'm sure there's some sort of hierarchy or something set, but you know, if that's how they maximize their performance, it's the way to go.
Last question, then we'll let you go. I need predictions, bro.
Dude, you know, the PRX guys are all really wholesome, and I'd love to see Jing win. And then with EG, also like NA, so it's kind of tough. My heart is broken right now. Like, I don't know. EG probably, EG.
Yeah, I thought you were going to PR your way through that and then not answer, but I'm glad we got EG at you at the end. Bro, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're going to let you go. Enjoy the rest of the show. Guys, we actually have 2 very special guests. You're good to go, brother. We have 2 very special guests who are going to be joining us as well. It's Waylon, COO of Esports at Riot Games, and Anna Donlan, executive producer of Valorant. Please come join us. It's so good to see you guys. What do you guys make of the vibes? I mean, what's it like here?
It is amazing vibes today. Like they put a bunch of makeup on me. I've been trying all day not to cry because it is like such overwhelmingly awesome vibes. I think the crowd is phenomenal. It is just, I don't know, it's perfect day. Perfect day.
And Waylon, you know, we've seen Valorant really grow into this incredible global game. I mean, I flew from Singapore just to be here with you guys. You know, but you had Brazil, Japan, Spain, and now China. And fans all over the world want their country to host a Champions. I know we're all fighting for it, including us. Do you have any hints for the fans? You know, where next year might take place?
Yeah. You already talked to John, didn't he? No, give any hints this time?
Give us the leaks. We want the leaks.
No, not Los Angeles.
No, yeah, not Los Angeles. I mean, really though, it's just our honor to be able to really embrace fans everywhere, and like this community that's so global. You know, that's actually one of the most fun things I talk about with Anna is like, hey, where can we go with Leo and the team? Like, where can we have events like this and really celebrate the local culture of gamers and the shared love for Valorant? So no spoilers here, but do know that this is the kind of stuff that we're thrilled by, and we couldn't hope but bring something like this all around the world.
Chat, we tried. I'm sorry, we tried getting the leaks out of them. Anna, you're an LA native. You know, there's so much that has got to be really special for you being here, watching this come to birth at the historic Kia Forum of all places. I don't want to make you tear up, but I do want to get your thoughts. What's this like for you specifically?
I mean, on a personal level, like I mean, I tweeted about it yesterday too. It's like a dream for me, right? And for our team, like Riot's headquarters is in LA. I'm from LA. I went to my first concert. I've said it so many times. I went to my first concert at this venue, and like, I don't know, like Waylon and I met 3.5 years ago, more than that, 5.5 years ago, to talk about what we could do with this thing if players wanted it. And it was always about if they want it. And to be at home, to be surrounded by people who love something that we just work really hard to get right every day, I mean, it is, I don't know how, dream come true, I keep saying it, but it really is. I think this is like career high, this moment, honestly.
If I can, like, if you recall, the game launched during COVID.
Yeah.
And like, it's really special for me to see all the devs that worked so hard to make this such a special game. This is almost like their launch party, right? Of like celebrating, you know, post fact of all their hard work, and just so thankful to all the devs out there watching on stream. Thank you very much for building a game that we could build this wonderful sport around.
You know, the entire Val development team is here today in the arena, ready to watch the show. So it's their first time getting to go to a live event like this at this scale, and we couldn't be happier to have them here. And honestly, thank you to all of them, but honestly, really just thank you to all of our players for showing up. for making this as special. Like, this could not be as special as it is today if it weren't for all of you. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
I mean, we couldn't imagine the time, the effort, the heart, and the passion that goes into creating what you guys have created. So thank you from the community, from everyone who's watching at home. Thank you guys for what you've created. Without this, we wouldn't be here. So we're going to throw it to a quick break. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And our next guest needs no introduction. It's Tens. Welcome, Tens. You know, you've been here since the very beginning of VCT. How's it being here at the Kia Forum?
It's amazing. I went one of the matches, and just like the whole atmosphere, I mean, the stage is pretty sick, but the crowd is pretty awesome too. So definitely going to be a good match today, and hopefully it's going to be really fun to watch.
I have to ask, I'm sure you've heard about the new agent patch updates, the nerfs. How you feeling about that?
It's kind of like both ways. Like, I definitely see some good in it, because it's going to shake up the meta for sure, and what we're kind of like used to currently definitely will be changed up for the next year. So I'm hoping to see more Yoru, but yeah.
Are you willing to confirm in front of all these people watching right now that you're only going to play Yoru next year?
Yeah, no, confirmed.
Done? Sold?
You've
set,
heard it
done?
here.
All right, give me predictions, man. Who you got? You know I had to do you like this. You had to.
Man, they're so fun to watch, Paper X.
My brain says Paper X, but my heart says EG. I'm so torn.
All right, well.
Oh, yeah, I just like the Paper X storyline, and also Jing like coming in, and this is gonna be like his last event. I think the storyline is just kind of set up for Paper X to like go ham. And they're a team where they can win any match just because of how like skilled their players are and how much they trust each other and work together in such a unique way.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Tens. We're gonna go back to the desk. Over to you.
Oh, I heckin' love Tens. What
Me
a
too.
W take that was.
Based AF, Tens.
Yes.
Based.
Yes. Let's
I love
go.
that. All right, Paper X all the way.
What
Yeah,
a traitor.
I'm with him.
Yeah, that's crazy. Actual traitor.
I mean, he's got a point though. Paper X, they're fun, they're explosive. Mimi, at this point, they're playing their own game, they're setting their own kind of standards and meta. What's not to love about Paper X?
I mean, there's nothing really not to love about this team. I think the biggest thing that makes them so cool is their style. I think they're the most unique team that we've seen in the VCT this year. They come out and they innovate in every map, where other teams are like defined by, this is the best macro strategy we can do. This is the perfect meta comp. They're like, okay, let's pick a cool comp where people are comfortable on it. Let's build some little util combos around it and be so flexible in when we use them. They innovated the Rain of Sky stuff, which other teams have started trying out. They've switched around so many different comps. They're playing Harbor Viper on maps where no one else would dare to try it. They're playing Phoenix on Pearl. And the thing is, it all sounds crazy, but it's actually good.
It sounds crazy until you watch it and you realize, oh, they actually have really innovative solutions to how to use this util, right? They use the Reyna with the Cove so well. They throw a Leer up above the Cove, and if you shoot the Cove, then obviously the Leer's there. If you shoot the Leer, then, well, they're going to know exactly where you are coming out of the Cove. And they have all of these little tricks across all of the maps. Forsaken, looking under the turret legs. Like, there's so many crazy things this team does that I've never seen any other team do. They are definitely the most fun team to watch.
Yeah, and as you guys heard it there from Tens, he's rooting for them a little bit because Jing, he's going to be stepping away after today, no matter what happens. Seth, this could potentially be the last time we see him. Maybe not ever, but definitely for a while. As you guys can see from his tweet, he said, Grand Finals day and my last match. See you all on stage soon. It's so hard to root against this. We want him to lift a trophy before he goes.
I mean, absolutely. It's such a heartbreaking prospect knowing that this is going to be his last match for the foreseeable future. And then I want to make sure that we keep saying that, the foreseeable future, because who knows what's going to happen after he does have his service and everything. He could very well come back. He's got the skill. He can get right back into that Secret Labs chair and start clicking on heads once again because he is that talented. And I don't think that a little bit of time away is going to really do him any service as far as his skill is concerned. But this is that moment. It feels like it's the moment for him to be able to get that trophy, to be able to make up for that loss back at Copenhagen with this new 5-man squad with something joining in. And I think it would be the perfect cherry on top for this season, for his career up until this point, if he can walk away with it.
But the thing is, 2 years is really a lifetime in Valorant, and that's how long the service is in Singapore that he has to go to do after this event. So it will be really unknown on what his future is. This is likely the last time we'll ever see this iteration of Paper X play. So no matter what happens today, it's a chapter coming to a close. But if they could end this legacy that Paper X has created with a win here at Champions in Jing's last event, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it would be a fairy tale almost. And speaking of Jing, this is what he had to say when asked about this particular topic at the press conference.
I mean, I think we try not to think about that too much. We just focus on this tournament right now, and I mean, we're just enjoying the ride, I guess. I mean, if we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. As long as everyone is happy, I'm happy.
He just wants to be happy, happy, happy. But Sean, what's going to make him more happy than a trophy here? Come on.
I don't think anything would make him more happy than that, if I'm being honest, Yinsu. He's such a sweetheart, though. I'd never even used that word on an analyst test before, but this kid is so nice. He's such a good person. And when you watch him play, you're like, there's no way that's the same person.
He's completely two-faced in that regard. It's just a different guy when he's in the lobby. This is the guy who's blast packing into my face and just shooting me.
Exactly.
Just taking these awkward timings, pushing through smokes with no extra util backing him up, no flash to try to get him in, and he just killed me.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's an absolute demon when it comes down to that, but he is a sweetheart. He is somebody that's going to be very sorely missed in the scene.
Yeah, I mean, we can't speak about Jing without talking about the dynamic duo of Jing and Forsaken. They've been at it from day one. Mimi, they're joined at the hits, but also Forsaken, what a development it has been for him as well this year.
Yeah, we talked about how crazy the story was for EG and their development, but let's remember that HyperX, the core of this team, has also been together for a long time. Last time they were in a finals was at Masters Copenhagen, and you see back then he was playing mostly duelist roles. He's locking in things like the Yoru, things like the Neon, things like the Jet. That was the last time they were in a finals. That was more than a year ago at this point, but now he's developed into the guy who's really coming up with a lot of these util combos you were talking about, Sean. The guy who's flexing between so many different agents. He's played 17 across his career, and this year it's been a completely stylistic shift to helping with the IGLing, being a more supportive player. And he's still putting up insane numbers even on these new rules.
Yeah, I think he's been the most impactful player on this PaperX team throughout this run at this tournament. You saw the 4 agents that he played. It's not just those agents, not that he's playing a supportive role. He's doing it in ways that I've never seen anyone else do. So he's putting a lot of thought into server-side time, creating new harbor util that no one else is using. And like you said, he's played 17 of the 22 agents in maps. I have never seen a stat like that for any other player.
Not at this level.
That's
like
crazy.
He plays it all to this level.
Yes.
First deadlock today, map 5. Down to the wire. Locks it in.
HyperX, you never know.
It's actually the only agent we haven't seen. It's actually kind of tragic.
Yeah, I mean, and also Yoru, you know, maybe it's the time for him to whip it out if Ethan is going to do it as well. But first, let's check in on our MasterCard fan poll and see who you guys at home think is going to win.
That's what we like to see.
And it is overwhelmingly HyperX. Fans are here in the forum right now. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys agree HyperX taking it?
It seems like a lot of them do.
I don't think that's a lot. Guys, do you think EG is going to win today?
Oh, all right.
Oh, man, that's so many people that are going to be disappointed in a couple hours.
Oh, my goodness.
You're saying that in NA. You better go back to Korea, buddy. These guys are
I happily will.
Can we boo this man?
No, don't boo him. Don't boo him.
Boo him again.
Yeah.
Oh, don't
not even loud enough to hear.
Honestly, I feel like here they want EG to win. On Twitter, they want HyperX, but I want to know what Victoria and Doug think, you guys. Who are you rooting for? Who are you backing? I take that as HyperX.
Yeah, Duska, tell us, how is the energy in there? We're out here, we can see people starting to like flow into the stadium.
Well,
oh, yeah.
We're supposed to be able to hear you too. I'm sorry, we can't hear you. Again, but whatever you're saying, I'm sure it's really profound. I'm sure the vibes in there are absolutely incredible. We're actually going to have 2 special guests join us right now on the stage. It's Mako and Sax from DRX. Gentlemen, please come out here. And of course, we're also going to have Jen, who's going to be helping us out with translations. I think right off the bat, fellas, what do you make of the vibes? What do you make of the energy out here this morning?
일단은 뭐 많은 관객분들이 찾아와 주셔가지고 결승전은 되게 환호성과 함께 재미있을 거라고 예상이 됩니다.
We have a lot of fans here, so of course it's going to be super high vibe energy, and I think it's going to be super fun.
Yeah, I mean, you won Controller of the Year for Pacific, and Stax got IGL of the Year for Pacific. Mako, you know, you really are known as one of the greatest controllers, honestly, not just in Pacific, but like a lot of VCT. Do you have any tips for, you know, what makes a really good controller, you know, for aspiring players out there?
제가 유일하게 드릴 수 있는 팁은
The only tip that I can give you.
이 유니폼을 사신다면 보너스 스탯이 적용할 겁니다.
Get this at drx.com. It will boost your performance.
Stax, I want to get your thoughts on something that, because, you know, if you think about your career across international VCT, you've often been involved in some very iconic moments. I think about the mouse kiss. I think about the fried chicken bit. with BCJ from so long ago. What do you make of this new era of players and teams that are leaning into the body shooting and the trash talk and the drawing across the stage, things like that?
네, 그것도 이제 저는 개인적인 이제 존중으로 이제 조금 재밌게 보고 있습니다.
I think it's just fun. I think of it as personally, it's like a way of showing respect in my perspective.
I have to ask too, Paper X, who are in the grand finals, and DRX, you guys have collaborations. They're known as like your brothers over in Pacific. Do you have any words that you want to say for them? Any well wishes, or not?
일단은 진짜 굉장히 좋은 친구들이고요. 진짜 결승전을 이렇게 힘들게 올라온 만큼 진짜 후회 없이 경기를 임했으면 좋겠고요. 진짜 많이 응원하고 있을 테니까 화이팅 하면 좋겠습니다.
Of course, they're just like our real brothers, the real brethren, I guess. And I'm rooting for them, supporting them all the way. So I hope they leave nothing behind, no regrets, and have a great game.
That was so wholesome. That was so wholesome. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to let you guys go and get into the show because I'm sure we're starting very soon. And we actually have another guest who's going to be joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Come on out here, Josh.
Well,
hey,
I'm
dude,
gonna be the next great controller, but hello, Josh.
Thank you so much for joining us again. The head coach of the Guard, they just won Ascension. Bro, I want to start with the vibes of the venue, how everything has felt to you. You've been here for a little bit. You've been hanging out in the Fan Fest. What has been your impression of the morning so far?
Crowded, hot, but it's been amazing. The venue looks amazing right now, and I've been enjoying my time here for sure.
And I have to ask, going into the main leagues next year, what are your thoughts, watching all of this? You must be so excited to be part of this.
Yeah, the level of play is like enormously high. I'm taking a lot of inspiration from both the teams right now in the grand finals. I just can't wait to show my players off to the biggest stage,
Now, this has been a bit of a controversial topic. I think there have been mixed opinions on it. I'd love to get your thoughts. The new patch, there have been a lot of changes. Some people feel very strongly about them. What are your thoughts on the new patch?
It's hard to tell without actually playing. I think Jet definitely will have a lower playing time. I think Raze will go up a little bit. But beyond that, it's really hard to see all the interactions and the second or third order effects of what's going to happen. So many changes. It's hard to know.
And we also have to ask predictions.
Oh shoot. Heart says Paper X, Brain says EG, but I kind of have to root for my boys at EG. Go America.
That's really interesting. Most people have said it the other way around. Yeah. They're like, Heart says Paper X. Heart says EG, but Brain says Paper X. So that's very interesting take.
I mean, it's been torn for a lot of people we've talked to. Dude, thank you so much for joining us on the Go to Carpet. We're going to let you go in, enjoy the show. We're going to take a quick break. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time to talk about the home crowd favorites, Evil Geniuses. Of course, they took down Loud. There we go. They give it up, guys. They took down Loud yesterday in a great best of 5 as well. And Ethan spoke a little bit about what that process was like and how they managed to take them down. We have a quote here from him. He said, on Split, I think Loud were in control for most part up until the end. Then on Bind, I told them to all come back and dig deep and use every little bit of energy you have left. And he also spoke a little bit about the fact that Mimi, that they felt like despite the possibility of Loud reverse sweeping them, they were in control.
Yeah, he believed that the whole way through. And Ethan is going to be the most experienced player on that stage today. He's played in arenas before in front of massive crowds, and the rest of his team is still young and new to this. In the press conference the other day, Busio was talking about when the team was first getting together, first meeting, that they were all just kids, so unfamiliar with this, also nervous to even meet each other in person. But now Ethan and Potter have really helped this team grow to a point where they're comfortable on the stage. In those moments where a game is slipping away, being able to recover it. That was never the case before. For a long time, even last year in NA, EG were known as chokers, the team who let things slip away.
Big chokers. And if you even go back to the first game of VCT Americas, they blew those 9-3 leads to open up the season. It was embarrassing how they lost their opening games. But that is long gone now. Ethan and Potter together have brought in the veteran presence, like you said, and that's part of the reason why you watch Ethan in these clutches, or you watch him in map 5. He's the one making the key plays. He's the one really keeping everyone together. His util remains on point, and everyone can stay calm in those moments.
Yeah, I think the util is the biggest part, because we did see, especially at the beginning of that Paper X series just a couple days ago, not putting up the numbers that we were used to seeing as far as the fragging department is concerned, but he continues to be absolutely excellent at just raking in all of these assists. He is constantly layering in this util to assist in Demon 1's entries, to assist in Jogamo, if he's going to be the one going out on that race. It has been absolutely gorgeous to see. I mean, he picked up, what, like 60-something assists just yesterday? It was just
crazy.
Nutty from him. So that is something that he needs to continue to do if they want to find success today.
Yeah, let's talk about Demon 1 here, or more like Demon 101, because he broke a record yesterday for the most kills in international best of 5. Mimi, coming into this, we had questions. Is he going to be on form or not? And the question is, he is.
And by the way, he beat his own record for the best performance in a global match there, from 99 to 101. This guy's been insane. He's the guy who came in the middle of the season, helped them get here through Americas, and has continued to step up here at Champions, in the playoffs especially.
Yeah, you guys mentioned it already, but Calm, Sean, in those clutches, I've never seen him lose any.
He's crazy. In the clutch, it feels like he's always behind his opponent, and his opponent has no idea. He's won 1v2s left and right throughout this playoff bracket. And it's not even the most impressive part of his game, if I'm being honest. His most impressive part is his actual utility next to Ethan.
But he's also winning 32% of the clutches this
it's
tournament,
unreal.
which is insane. And
It's
that's
unreal.
double what he was doing in Americas and at Tokyo, where he was already an insane clutch player.
Yeah, I mean, his util is on point. The way that he loves to just herd people into position for him to just take advantage, the Odin spray from this very position, the constant success that he gets when he's pulling out these Hunter's Furies, it's just fantastic to see. But his moment-to-moment, that millisecond decision-making that we see from him as well is just fantastic. The swap over to the Classic when he's trying to hold down at boats, gets that kill. That knife that he got onto, Buzz on Fracture. Those very minute little decisions that he has to make moment after moment. He is so good in that. And that's why he's able to get himself into perfect position to come up with those clutches, to lurk around into that Ascent Heaven, to be able to just backstab 2 players on Paper X.
Yeah.
Every decision that he makes is just spot on.
Especially the Hunter's Fury. The Hunter's Fury, he's missed 0. I'm pretty sure that's why he has a 0 in his name. Like, he literally has missed 0 Hunter's Furies so far this event. It's insane.
Yeah, we'll see if he can keep it up today. We will see. But this event is all about our community, and the Riot Games Social Impact Fund wants to help it grow. We're teaming up with the non-profit. Donors choose to support the middle and high school teachers that are out there inspiring the next generation of game developers and esports professionals. If you donate to one of the many gaming and esports focused projects, Riot Games will match your donation until we reach our goal of $200,000. And on top of that, Riot is fully funding all projects on the Play Form in California. And it's time for us to go to Map Select and see which maps we're going to get for this grand finals.
Welcome back to Valorant Champions here at the Golden Carpet. We've got something a little special for you guys. Yes, the main course is yet to come, but we're going to give you guys a little appetizer via Map Select right here, right now, live. Victoria, take it away.
All right, first of all, congratulations to you both. Seriously, biggest event of the year, and you both made it. So big congrats, and we will jump right in. PRX, you came from upper bracket, you are a higher seed. Team A or Team B? Team A.
Team A.
So EG, you will be Team B. So we will start. PRX, you do get both bans as a result of coming from upper bracket. So what would your first ban be?
We ban Haven and Fracture.
Haven and Fracture.
As predicted.
And then map number 1.
Split.
Split. EG, side on split.
Take defense, please.
Defense. And map number 2.
Ascent.
Ascent. PRX, side on Ascent.
Attack.
Attack. And map number 3 from PRX, you have Bind, Lotus, and Pearl.
We pick Bind.
Bind. And EG, side on Bind.
Defense, please.
Defense. And EG, map number 4, you have Lotus and Pearl.
The discussion. How many talk to?
What are we gonna eat? What are we gonna eat?
You know they can hear it.
Lotus for map number 4. PRX, side on Lotus.
Attack.
Attack. And map number 5 by default will be Pearl. EG, side on Pearl.
Defense, please.
Defense. All right, let's run back through this, make sure we're all set for grand finals. PRX came in with both bans. It's Haven and Fracture. Map number 1 is Split with EG on defense. Map number 2 is Ascent with PRX on attack. Map number 3 is Bind with EG on defense. Map number 4 is Lotus with PRX on attack. Map number 5, Decider, is Pearl with EG on defense. Good? All right. Good luck to you both.
Thank you.
Get it.
Go.
Oh, that is a juicy, juicy map pool, but also good to see CGRS as well.
Yeah, good to see you in the mixer for a moment. I don't think this should be surprising. Potter was talking yesterday in the press conference about how she thought it was going to be those two maps, Haven and Fracture Band. It's the same exact pool that EG played in the lower finals against Loud, but I think that double ban advantage could be huge because Fracture, the best map for EG, and Haven, PaperX never likes to play that.
I love how PaperX approached this veto. They went straight for the hurt knee, like a fighter almost, right? Going after Split. That's where EG is 0-2. That's their weak point of their map pool. Map 3, Bind. We saw EG struggle a little bit on Bind, and they saved Pearl for last. That's a map PRX is 5-0 on in this tournament. You would say it's their best map, and they're saving it for last.
5-0 on it, but it was one that EG let slip away from them. They were on the cusp of being able to close that one out. It was 11-6, the advantage that they had, and then it went into overtime. So if it gets there, both of these teams you would suspect are looking to improve on those weaknesses that we did see in that series. The Ascent that got away from PaperX, the Pearl that ended up getting away from the side of EG. So I think that this is going to be a bloodbath, and like we were saying before, I think it's going to be a 5-mapper.
Yeah, we've seen today's match, but it's time to get a glimpse of the future. Let's get our first look at Valorant's newest map. There we go.
I was blind. Kingdom. They said they were making the world better. Safer. Bullshit.
This is what they've been after.
You three, shut it down. Reyna, on me.
Yo, Wings. It kind of looks like you.
It's encrypted. Identification needed. Wait. Can I, borrow this? What? It's just a thumb.
Oh, du kommer till att kasta oss utav system. We have to shut it down now. Damn it! Ugh.
Wait.
This can't be the only way. Are you sure? What if you can't come back? What if you can't come back? Come on! Just trust us! Wings is different! You got this! I love you, little man!
Kingdom was a distraction. Fumbling in the dark. Grasping for something to stop the bleeding. The truth is, our world will never be safe until we deal with a real enemy.
Touching down at Alpha Radionite location.
Them.
Look this way, look at me now. This freak game, I'm breaking it down. If you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. If not, it's easy to find your way out. Been running around with a chip on deck, making it happen, not what they expect. They don't start hating when they see the check. Don't need you to like me, but need your respect. Too many went fake on me, too many went waste on me. Run around, throw the snakes on me. Say they ride with the brakes on. Too many went fake on me, too many went waste on me. Run around, throw the snakes on me. Say they ride with the brakes on.
They picked the wrong day to mess with our world.
Eagerness will undo them. Keep your guard up.
That is right, everybody. Sunset is going to be coming to Valorant Set, the latest map of the game. What did you make of that?
I love it. I mean, you know, we have to see a little bit more. I can't wait to get my hands on it, dive into this one and see how everything's going to be playing out, what kind of angles you got to play around. But I mean, we just continue to do excellent jobs when it comes down to these trailers. You can hear the crowd going absolutely wild when they thought Wingman was going to sack himself. But of course, they're not going to kill him off.
No, and yeah, the map is just absolutely gorgeous. It's literally like a work of art. You look around the map, it feels and looks exactly like Los Angeles. And the way the map is designed, I think this is going to be one of the best maps in the pool. I'm going to be quite real with you, Yancy. I played it on like Wednesday, and it's insane. It's a gorgeous map, and it plays really well. It's a map that
What's the meta? What's the meta, Sean? Set us
It's going
the
to be
meta.
a lot of mid control. I mean, it's a map where there's no gimmicks involved, and there's a heavy mid, there's two sites, and the sites are perfectly designed. It's a great map.
High praise.
Yeah, the vibe from seeing it almost feels like it's like another Ascent, like another just like good, honest map that is going to be super consistent. I'm just always excited to see what the teams, what the players can cook up with to try and figure out this new map once it's released.
It's going to be a Yoru map, you think?
Every map's a Yoru.
For Sean, every map is.
Come on, every map. Give him a buff though.
Yeah,
No,
but
no maps are your
anything,
map.
I
Give him a
need you
buff.
to give me the leaks here. Like, what agents should people be playing on here? What would you suggest?
I think you can get away with a lot. I think double controller will be pretty strong, like on most of the maps lately. But Breach looks like could have a lot of impact. There's low ceiling, so honestly, even a Gecko could fly. Like you could do a lot of cool stuff on this map. We're gonna see a lot of agent diversity.
Well, I can't wait to see that. We are taking a quick break here, but after we will talk to Riot Games' co-founders, Mark Merrill and Brandon Beck. So do not miss miss it. More champions. Los Angeles will be back right after this.
And welcome back. These two gentlemen met in college. You guys, this would not be here today if it wasn't for these two gentlemen, the co-chairmen and co-founders of Riot Games, Mark and Brandon. Welcome. So in the opening days of Valorant, when it was first in development, did you ever imagine this? Like all of this today here in Los Angeles?
I mean, you kind of dream about it as a possibility, but you know, it feels so remote and distant. So yeah, we're kind of pitching ourselves.
Do you have any additional thoughts on that?
You know, we always hope that the game will earn the respect and appreciation of an audience, and you know, it's just incredible to see, and it's incredible to have it here in LA in our backyard.
I'd love to get both of your thoughts on this. I think you guys have seen how the game has grown and the sport has grown to such tremendous heights in such a concentrated period of time. What's it like to watch this game create such a welcoming space and such like a big community for anybody and everybody that could possibly want to be involved?
You know, I think it's a great testament to what Riot's all about. You know, our goal as a company and as devs is we're trying to make it better to be a player. And there's so many different ways that that can manifest. And, you know, but it's you never know, right? It's always great to see, you know, players attached to something that you pour so much heart and soul into. And, but the community is amazing. I mean, we just look around and walk around, you know, in all over the world, and players are just having a tremendous response to Valorant, and we couldn't be more proud.
Now, before Champions, before this gold carpet, long ago, it was just an idea. After the League IP, how did the process of, you know, sparking Valorant come about?
Yeah, look, I think when we start a game, there's always a passionate group of people that are deep fans of the genre and the experience. And you know, when we started the project, League was the only game we ever made, so we'd never made a shooter before. But a ton of us were big tac shooter fans and had inspiration from games that we've played our whole lives, like Counter-Strike, and wanted to, you know, take a crack at building something in the space that we love so much. And so you got a bunch of talented people that came together with that dream and a passion for things that they wanted to add to the experience of the genre.
Now, I do have to ask you, any final thoughts before we go into, you know, the greatest show of this year?
Oh, I mean, just ready to have fun. Like, we're stoked to be fans and sit in the audience and cheer, and hopefully have a great match.
I want to put you guys on the spot, right? I'm going to ask you to give me a glance into the future, right? How do you see the future 5 years down the road, maybe? What do you see as the future for Valorant and for Riot as a company in particular?
So, you know, we really believe Valorant's just getting started. And, you know, there's a ton of cool ideas that the team has, a lot of features we're working on, a lot of content, different ways to expand and evolve, not only the game, but the franchise. And there's a lot of cool things that we have cooking at Riot. So, you know, Arcane Season 2 is going to be really exciting. You know, we got other great games in the pipe. You know, League has a bunch of momentum with Arena Mode and the cool Soul Fighter event that we just did. And TFT is, you know, something that millions of people around the world are loving. And there's awesome events that are coming up to sort of keep growing the TFT scene. And we just announced Project L, which is our fighting game, over at EVO, and we're really excited about that. So, and there's a ton of stuff in the pipe we can't talk about either, but there's just always cool things that are cooking at Riot. So, always just trying to figure out ways to add value to players out there, and hope that we can do justice to their incredibly high expectations.
I think I can speak for everyone who's listening and everyone who's watching who's a fan of Riot Games when I say I'm very excited for the future of Riot, very excited for the future of Valorant. Gentlemen, thank you so much for the time. We're going to let you guys go, enjoy the show, enjoy the opening ceremony. It's been a blast, and that's actually going to do it for us here at the Golden Carpet. It's been so much fun. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to throw it to the desk one last time for closing thoughts before the grand finals begin.
Thank you very much, Doug and Victoria. We have come such a long way. You guys heard them talk about the beginning of Valorant, but this is going to be the third Grand Finals of Champions. Sean, we are going to have a Winter Ascend before, a Winter Loud, but who's going to take it today?
I've been telling people all day Paper Rex is going to win this series, but I'm flipping the script, actually. After seeing the veto, thinking how this is going to go, I think we're going to go to the 5th map. I think it's going to go Pearl, and I think EG is going to play double Initiator and win this series.
Woo!
Okay.
The crowd liked that one. The crowd liked that one.
They did.
All right, Seth, what you got?
I think that there's not going to be much surprise as far as my opinions on this matchup. Bustio said that China would never be better than North America, but he didn't mention anything about Indonesia, about Singapore, about Malaysia, about Russia. Paper Rex are going to come out here. They're going to W Keat Gaming all over this North American squad. They're going to send them home packing, and they're going to be lifting that trophy as the first Pacific champion.
I don't know if you can go home if you're already in front of a home crowd here, guys. Evil Geniuses are comfortable here. They have come so far to this moment in the grand finals of champions, and I think this is the moment where EG is ready. I believe that EG is going to take this one home.
Okay, I'm going to balance this out. You both went for EG. I'm with you here, Seth. I'm with you. I think Jing's last tournament, they've never lifted a trophy before. They came close at Copenhagen with something in the squad right now. It just feels like their time. They came through the upper bracket. They got the ban advantage. I'm with you, Seth. I believe in them, and it's time to get this started. It is Paper Rex versus Evil Geniuses in a best-of-5 series for the crown. One last series to end the year here in LA, and it's time for the Valorant Champions Grand Finals to start. Everyone, give it up!
I don't know what you've been told, but I've been saying I have to play my role. Yeah, I know I can break a fall. The stakes are low. Know that I got it in it, I can lose. No matter when or I'll protect you. Call on me, you will never. Rated in 1, but 5 is better. Know that I got it in it, I can lose. No matter when or I'll protect you. Call on me, you will never. Rated in 1, but 5 is better. Oh, you think you tough, huh? I did that so lightly. You could keep on looking, but can't find nobody like me. Eldorado pussy, boy, I'm faster than a white tee. You know break a fall, the stakes are low. Know that I got it in it, I can lose. No matter when or I'll protect you. Call on me, you will never. Rated in 1, but 5 dressing in a white tee. No, I love you, I need someone who can guide me. You know, little bag, I need 3 mil. Don't hit it for the Rex and it like a B-real. I been eating good, we lucky to get 3 mil. Run it up, it feels like you. It's like you. You know that I got a hand that I can raise, and it don't matter when or I'll protect it. Call on me whenever. Anyone will find is better. I got a hand that I can raise, and it don't matter when or I'll protect it. Call on me whenever. You know, so greater than 1 will find is better.
Where you been? I'm back, let's bump that. Got a phantom in my hand, I'll clutch that. Got an agent on deck, got a loop back. Shall we send my arm down with the 5-star? Where we been? I don't know, going downtown. Got the city lights, here like a ghost town. Got the body bags, having all spooked out. Cause we got radiant nature, better bow down. Whoa, you from Omega with the no. I'm with the Alpha and you know. Don't make that ticket spike sound. Put that away, you'll hurt yourself. Be an anchor, let it all come your way. We got plenty for you, boy. Just say we got sheriffs, no sorry, I boy. Cause the venom has gone to the venom world. Who's in? Know this? When my back's against the wall, all the mirrors will dissolve. Bring the heat and bring it on. Watch me ignite it. Coming through. I'ma take you all down like dominoes. I'ma take you out with another spike job. Overheated, but I love to lock and load. I hear the echo, I hear the echo. Bang, bang, run it back. Team with the brush attack, all day. Enough with the chit chat, steady with the one tap. I'ma set it up, just wait. Oh, era una mea vámonos. Porque la alfa soy yo, go. Vete, vuelve cuando no estoy y así desapareció. Oh, como pienso que no traigo la peña, la del shut up, velo. Llama chatarrero que se bate rico, con lo que dejaré de ti por el suelo. When my back's against the wall, all the mirrors will dissolve. Bring the heat and bring it on. Watch me ignite it. We're from different worlds. Mirror, mirror, eyes. Can you feel the burn? Watch me ignite it.
Now there's only one thing I can do. Fight until the end like I promised to. Wishing pressure's getting closer. Wish that I had something left to lose. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day I die for you. Tied to the ground, being's nowhere to be found. I don't know why you don't leave me to drown. Oh, don't know where to go unless you say. Don't know what to do unless you stay. Thinking that today will be our day again. Why am I playing with time as it's ticking away? It's ticking away. I'm asking why we run for our lives, not a second to waste. It's ticking away, away, away.
Let's get it, win it, lose it, either way and there. Got an attitude, I'm out the roof up in the air. This round I make it count, yeah, I'm talking right now. Feel, let it come back, kid, got no time to spare. Whoa, double up the score, turn a 2 to a 4. You know I win it like, gotta win one more. On a hot street, never gets old. Solo with the ace, so my team went gold.
Why am I playing with time?